Testing. 1, 2, 3. Well, fuck. Hello, welcome to my review of World of Echo by Arthur Russell. World of Echo, the album I'm reviewing today, came out in 1986. It's an hour and 10 minutes long. I think it's a double album. And, it's kind of a classic, kind of underground, kind of like the perfect balance, for us pretentious hipster types. Now, understand World of Echo, you gotta understand the name, how the name sort of ties in. The name ties in two really, really good ways. So for one, Echo kind of ties in a lot into the effects that are employed in the album. If you're not aware of the album, Arthur Russell, it's very, very minimal. Most of the time, he's only playing a cello and maybe like some drum machines or like some weird electronics thrown in there. But it's just a cello, those electronics, and his voice. That's what the entire album is made of. But this cello has like really weird distortion and most notably like delay and echo effects, tying into the name. So delay is like a very important sort of effect that creates the environment, the aesthetic that he's sort of going for in this album. And secondly, it's just because more compositionally, it kind of resembles like the ethereal, instantaneous nature of the echo in and of itself. Like songs in this, if you listen to on the first song, Tone Bone Cone, immediately there's like a shift 30 seconds into the song where completely different key, everything sort of changed. It just seems like you accidentally skipped to the next song on like your iPhone or something. And this sort of creates this feeling where it's always like ethereal, you're always like on the edge, like it seems like you're an echo sort of bouncing through. You start out like bouncing through like a slot canyon or whatever, bouncing around for a minute. Then, maybe I launch through like a golden arch, I bounce a few times through there. Like, now I'm in a cave. And you spend a bit of time in the cave, you're bouncing around as the echo. Then, I run into like this generator, I run into this electric place and like, there's buzzing noises. And you're kind of getting this feeling like it's sort of instantaneous in this compositional effect. Think of Can, if you've heard Can's Tego Mago, the second side of that, or think of just the Foss tapes, just how you'll be listening to like this like industrial, like random thing where people are just shouting like noises and there's like these weird pianos, and then all of a sudden you like switch to an acoustic folk track that's very like serene. It's not like that. Actually, it's more like, because it feels natural. It's sort of like the echo. They're surprises, but they're never like veer right turns. You're still always sticking with just Arthur and his cello and his voice, his very unique voice. If you listen to this, kind of like Pura Ubu, where the voice is so integral to the music. In sort of conclusion, this album, if you listen to it, this sort of ethereal nature, it's not easy to get used to. Definitely a grower, Don't show this to your friends who aren't, cool, who don't use rateyourmusic.com and, don't obsess over their top stars. I would say it's kind of a novelty record if you listen to like Daniel Johnston. Like it's sort of like that, just through the lo-fi nature and just how unique and how minimal it is. But I feel like it's writing enough to call it a novelty record because I think it is such a holistic vision in and of itself. Just a few complaints. It is kind of a slog. Like, if you're not in the mood for it, it can be kind of obnoxious. It is kind of a slog just to how long it is, and sometimes, you just feel like you go on these excursions and maybe they last too long. Those are just a few nitpicks. Overall, I'd say if I had to give it a score, 8.5 out of 10. I know this is my first review, I have no scale. You have no idea what 8.5 means. That's a pretty good review. Which is pretty great, Not an all-time classic, but at least in my mind, again, my opinion. But very good, I recommend it. If any of this sounded interesting to you, bye-bye.
Miracles on me.
Fortnite balls, I'm gay, I like boys, I kidnap autistic kids, little Moses.